16 and verse 21. A woman, when she is travail, have sorrow.
All right, so the Most High compares our nation to a nation being in travail. Y'all understand that, right? Y'all read that in the prophets. If not, hold your finger there. All right, hold your finger, and let's go to the book of Micah.
Travail means labor?
Yes, absolutely. So just like a woman that's pregnant going into labor. So we're going to go to Micah chapter 4. And we're going to pick it up at verse 10.
All right, Micah chapter 4 and verse 10. Be in pain.
Do what?
Be in pain.
And do what?
And labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion.
So the Most High has told our people, right, to be in pain and labor to bring forth. What is he talking about? He's talking about these curses that our people are enduring. And the fact that we have to go through. We got to go through being humbled under these Gentiles, having to suffer, working for these people, and treated the way that we being treated. Like, you see, what was the brother's name that just got killed? Cali?
Tell them, shame on you. That's it. Shame on you.
The family of 23-year-old Stephon Clark joined tonight by Black Lives Matter protesters blocks away from the home where Clark was shot to death by Sacramento police officers. The house where it happened, still blocked off by police tape, is Clark's grandparents' home, where family says Stephon Clark was living.
An innocent black man going to his grandma and grandpa's house where he lived? Now, how you going to explain that? How you going to justify that?
The Sacramento police spokesman said they were called to the location on a report that someone was breaking into cars. It was a sheriff's department helicopter that directed police on the ground to Clark. A deputy watching from above advised them he had broken a window to the home. Sacramento police officers say they tried to take Clark into custody, but he refused their verbal instructions.
Looked back at our officers and faced them and had an object in his hand, and pointed it at our officers. And at that time, our officers believed that it was a firearm, and out of fear for their own lives, they fired their service weapons.
Protesters tonight said Stephon Clark was holding a wrench. The two officers didn't move, according to the police department spokesman, for 5 minutes while they waited for backup. Fire department paramedics eventually responded too and pronounced Clark dead. His family disputes that he was confronting the officers at all, saying instead he was shot as he was moving away.
In the back. You know, how? So that means that he was running. So that means that he was probably saying, this is my grandmama's house. This is where I live. You know, leave me alone.
2 Sacramento police officers have been placed on paid administrative leave while the incident is being investigated, which is standard department protocol in cases of an officer-involved shooting.
What's crazy, the person that they were looking for, only crime was breaking car windows.
Right.
So you going out red locked and loaded, ready to kill a dude over broken car windows.
Right.
Which is a horrible thing to do. Don't break nobody's car window, but is that's really worthy of putting somebody to death?
Right.
And then you go into somebody's backyard and you slay this brother? So this is some of the pains that as a people what we dealing with. Yeah. So he said, be in pain and labor to bring forth. What is that talking about? What does it mean to labor to bring forth?
Work hard.
You got to work hard. So when a woman is pregnant and you come to that, right? Now you got to do some work, right? Because now you're starting to dilate. Now you got to push. You got to get them centimeters to open up and open up and open up. You got to do some work. So what do we got to do? We got to do that work of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We got to seek His face. We got to study. We got to go out here and wake up the lost sheep. He said, labor to bring forth, right? Read. O daughter of Zion, right? Read.
Like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field.
And what?
And thou shalt go even to Babylon.
So the Most High promised, you're going to go to Babylon, and that's what we find ourselves at today. America is indeed Babylon the Great. So he said, you're going to go forth. You're going to go into them fields. You're going to go into them cotton fields, them tobacco fields, right? Them coffee fields. And you're going to serve these people. But he said, what? Read on.
There shalt thou be delivered. There the Most High shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
See that? That's what we got to look forward to. So we got the labor to bring forth, right? So now let's go back. We see what the Mashiach was talking about, right? Go back to verse 21 in John chapter 16.
John chapter 16, verse 21.
So back in John 16, verse 21, it says, a woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow, because her hour is come.
So it says it's talking about our hour has come. Our hour of deliverance is coming. But now we got to go through all this sorrow, like we just talked about. We got to watch our young brother get killed in the backyard for no reason by our enemies, right? Again, we got to work all these jobs and you're not really making nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to go through all these different pains, but our hour is coming. We're going to be free, right? Read.
But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world.
See that? So once we make it into the kingdom, we're not going to remember none of this madness, man. Can you imagine that?
No.
No, because it's hard to see past. Because just like that woman that's pregnant, right?
Yeah.
When she's in that pain, you ain't thinking about how cute this baby's going to be when it's 7 months and crawling out. You like, oh, this hurt. You try to get it out of you, right?
Yeah.
But then as soon as that baby is delivered, now you got this bundle of joy.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And now you about to watch this baby grow up and love you and what happens.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the Most High might be putting the words down in the scriptures. Like I remember my wife saying, like she don't remember the pain of having any of our kids until she have, you know,
Get ready to have another.
That's
You
crazy.
done put that sister in plenty pain, brother.
Plenty
pain, brother.
I enjoy it.
Right.
Verse 22. And you know, therefore, now therefore have sorrow.
And we have that sorrow. You know what I'm saying? Our people back then was having that sorrow, being up under that Roman captivity. The fact that these Romans is in our land governing everything. Our people hated that. You know what I'm saying? That was a horrible thing. And now look at what we in today. Physically removed from your land, like we just read in Micah 4, and brought all the way over here. And now serving our enemies to the very core. Right? Read on.
But I will see you again.
He said what?
But I will see you again.
That's something that we got to look forward to. A lot of people talk about the second coming. You know what I'm saying? But the Mashiach is coming for who first?
Israel.
Before he deal with any of these other nations, man, who he coming for? He coming for y'all, us, right? And that's something to look forward to. He got you in mind first. Soon as he cracked that sky, where my people at? You know what I mean? And that's something to be happy about, man.
Cousins in.
Right, right, absolutely. We don't.
But I will see you again,
Uh-huh.
and your heart shall rejoice.
Like Mom Deuce, I said, Mom, can you see it now? She said, no, I can't see it now, right? Because it's hard, right? This captivity is hard. This is the hardest captivity Israel has ever faced, right? So right now, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to see. But he said eventually you're going to rejoice. Can you imagine hearing that trumpet? Boom, boom. Right? The sky's cracking. It's like, Yamar, you
Yo,
okay, oh, yeah, shh.
I'll probably die right
You know-
there. Like, oh.
So they're going to pass out, like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait back up, like, what is it? Oh.
All right, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
again.
But can you imagine that? Mom Dukes, he calling you out. Mom Dukes, come on. You flapping with wings. Can you imagine that, man?
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Now you going into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You about to live forever. You about to rule this earth. You about to show these people how it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now they all finna come and say, oh, we've heard. We've heard. The power is with you. You know what I'm saying? Right now they look at you niggas ain't nothing.
You ain't
Like
even
I
give me
said,
no
man,
credit on that
I would
truck I
just
want.
love to see certain people's faces. That's it. That's all I want. Like the most I can grab me that. Just like if I'm worthy,
God.
just let me see a couple people's faces.
Right.
Like when I said, "Oh, I told you he looked like me."
Right.
God,
Right.
God,
I
yeah.
have thought that too.
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
Even with some of my brothers and sisters.
right.
You know.
Like, oh, y'all think it's funny?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I had a do the security at the plaza, right? So I go up to my little Coney Island and grab me a little bite to eat. I got my friends or something. So he a new cat, you know what I'm saying? Little so-called Chaldean cat. He said, what is that under your shirt? I said, fringes, brother. So he said, yeah, all right. You gonna be laughing soon, brother. he don't know what I'm talking about. Because in my mind, it's like, okay, go ahead and laugh. That's funny to you. I got fringes on. That's cool. No problem. You gonna see in the end, though. So you can laugh, have all your fun all you want. I'm walking around with my friends on, and y'all can have all the jokes you want. But eventually, you're going to have to grab on to the tassels of one of these fringes on one of these Israelite brothers so you can have salvation. Or you're going to get the sword to your head. So it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Can we make one stop right by my old guy?
Picture me rolling, bro. Picture me rolling, bro. You rolling right into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
They do. They think it's funny. They think you weird. They think you like just some strange person, man. And you know, at the end of the day, man, I know what I'm doing. So.
For real. And it's all from people who are ignorant, people that have done no studying, ain't done no research, no nothing. They want to be the first ones to mock. It's like, yo,
I mean, it tickled me to see him laughing because it was like, dog, like you have no idea.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, okay, go ahead, have fun, brother. You just coming down sooner than you think.
it's sad when you see our people laughing at us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. Read on. Verse 23.
Verse 23. And in that day you shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever you shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it you.
You see that? Right, man. Can you imagine that?
Mm.
Can you imagine that? We ain't gonna have to struggle. No more struggling, no more none of anything we desire at this point if you can make it to that end. And be captivated and be counted worthy. Anything you ask for in the name of the Mashiach, you're gonna be getting. Imagine that. Right now.
You probably ain't gonna want nothing.
You ain't gonna want nothing.
So you don't have much to bring.
No doubt. No doubt. Read on.
Hitherto have you asked nothing in my name, ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full.
So anything, even to this point on this side, anything that you desire of the Most High Yahweh, ask in the name Bahasham Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So when we saying that's power. And you saying Bahasham in the name of Yahweh Shai. There's power in that. You're not just saying Bahasham Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. There's power in that. Because you're saying in the name of the Mashiach. So utilize that, whatever you need. The Most High is faithful. He's there. All right, read on.
These things have I spoken unto you in Proverbs, but the time cometh when I shall no more speak unto you in Proverbs, but I shall show you plainly of the Father.
You see that? And I mean, in the end, he's going to start showing us all the mysteries, all the things that's been hidden from us. Can you imagine?
No.
Read on.
At that day you shall ask in my name, and I say not unto you that I will pray the Father for you. For the Father himself loveth you, because you have loved me, and have believed that I am come out of Yahweh. I come forth from the Father, and am come into the world again. I leave the world and go to the Father.
See that? And that's deep right there, man. He said, for the Father himself loves you because you have loved me. So that's why that's so important, really have that love for our big brother. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of our brothers, man, you're going to find a lot of our brothers, strong Israelite brothers that have been in the truth for years, coming out talking about they don't believe in the Mashiach no more.
That's crazy. I don't even see how they even look at these scriptures and make it seem like the Mashiach is not there. You know what I'm saying? He constantly talk about the Father, going to the Father, talk about the law. So how do you say that the Mashiach ain't real? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Or that it's the same person.
Right. Absolutely. That's something to think about, man. We got something to look forward to. So hallelujah.
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 All that the Most High has said, we will what?
We will do.
We will do. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Truth is our gun. We believe it to be man's greatest weapon against the devil.